and I mean, really, they have 14 games to do so. Whereas it's kind of do or die for Torment here, as if they, really have no coming back if they lose this first series. That is entirely the end for them. Game 1 getting underway. Pigeon with speed moving forward to take on Rondon, and it's still firmly in Torment's side. JT now with a send forward, and it could be a possible attack for Torment as Slays hits it mid, but a long clear from Pigeon. Trying to find Milne, it will go in from an unfortunate hit from JT.
Oh yeah, that is too bad for him, man. I guess just needs to get a little warm and get a little used to the pressure here. For this first series, of course, on the finals, a lot of people watching. And they would sure feel that as new.
Yeah. And I really think we saw these kind of, the jitters happening before in the Pro League as well. So it's, entirely understandable to think they'd be happening here too. And honestly, when you're trying to make a split-second decision, not really knowing where that ball is, particularly going backwards, you got to make a call. JT unfortunately made the wrong one and hit it into his own net. But still, plenty of game time left, plenty of series left as well. A misplay, though, as Rondon gets another back pass. It's now going to have to be careful here as he misses. Slays pushes forward, and it'll still be a shadow ball. Note going for the shot, but it's wide into the corner. JT now sends it forward. Slays with another hit. It's pinched up to the far wall, and Rondon will be there for a connection. Rondon finding the back of the net. That will be an equalization.
They are keeping the pressure up here, and Shadow just a little flustered there, but a quick shot, and it goes straight in with 1 minute on past.
And that team bump as well. Note giving a little tap to Pigeon. Honestly, really knocked both players out of the way as Note now had to move a little bit further forward to get a rotation. Mill just couldn't get back there in time in order to get the touch, and it was a clean goal for Rondon, capitalizing wonderfully on the open net chance. Tie game, 3 minutes, 30 seconds left. JT pushing forward this time, and another touch for Slays as he keeps it going. Be Rondon now trying to find Slays again, but Slays operating on a rotation back is not going to be able to get a touch. And it'll be firmly in Torment's end as Note looks to make a pass mid. No good touch from him. Rondon with a clear. Milne putting a slow one towards net, but knocking Slays out of the way. Still could be a good chance for Torment if they can move forward quickly here, and Slays aims to do so. Getting another touch over one defender. But Pigeon is there for the clear. Pigeon up onto the wall. JT now taking over midfield, and it'll be a long lob towards the top of the net. Still danger now. A save from Pigeon, but it still could be a good pass. JT taking his time, noticing the bad positioning, chose to wait back and give Note the clear. It'll be back over in Torment's side as they try to regroup right now. Milne with a one-on-one chance. Milne putting it away. Shadows up by 1.
Both teams really looking to get that ball on the backboard and make it awkward for the defenders. And finally, Shadow get a good hit, and Milne just has an open net to put it in.
They really did everything right on the backwards rotation, but, unfortunately for them, you see that scramble. They both get out of sorts. An almost double commit from 2 players, catching them out of position, made it all too easy to really work around the space that they were giving. Shadows up by 1, in a good position, but a huge shot! Pigeon awarded the save this time, and Milne will again put it forward, finding the open net. Milne up with 2 goals on the board.
All in there. It was all or nothing on that attack. And Fate, so such a close shot. It's a shot that we've seen multiple times from him already in this league, and now unfortunately just hits the post. And that leaves the net wide open.
Honestly, that reaching save from Pigeon as well is very worth talking about. It just made it slightly go off, hit the crossbar and down, when honestly, if he didn't get a touch on that, that probably would have gone in. Another chance for Shadow. Pigeon's going to have to try to put it in, but JT with a save this time. Again, scrambling for his team. Rondon getting a touch up, but he still needs some help. JT with speed will get it over an oncoming Pigeon, and Slays will put Torment on the attack. Grabbing some boost, getting bumped out of the way, though. Note's going to try to carry it forward, but it's intercepted midfield by Rondon, who puts a shot towards net. Save from Milne. Slays, half flipping to again gain possession of the ball, and he puts it up to the far wall. Has some passing options here, but he's going to take his time. Get it back to Rondon. Note, though, with a good interception, and he's pushing Shadow forward on offense quickly, trying to make a passing play himself happen, can't make any connections as immediately a swarm of Torment players surround him. JT with a touch this time as well. Rondon making a pass mid. Nothing yet from either team. Whole lot of game time left right now, and still nobody's come out with another goal since that long open net from Milne.
Shadow are using that boost star strategy, and it seems to be kind of working out as they're getting more possession now from Torment. But yeah, Torment as now they're just in the attack, and you can't stop them when they're on the attack. So when you get them boost starved though, they have a good opportunity to finally get a goal back.
Yeah, if you force them to bounce out of that rotation that they're so used to getting, going to the midfield, grabbing some boost, rotating in, and having a good exacting hit to keep their team in play. If you can't really beat them on their touches and their challenges, at least beat them on making it available for them to have those challenges. If you're boost starved, if you've got no options midfield, another shot now as Milne tries to put another one in. Yeah, again, Shadow's just looking really good in working their way around Torment's attack. Milne now, oh, Note actually getting a shot on, finally capitalizing on a close chance from Pigeon, who initially I thought was going to have the bar down hit. But Shadow is now up by 3 in this game 1.
And that will probably seal the deal here as Shadow getting some morale in going into this first game. And yeah, not really letting Torment get into the game they are used to playing.
Yeah, we talk about advantages, and as we were saying in the pre-match of this, it's pretty clear that there would be some disadvantages with not being able to play Lifesway, but honestly, this new addition of Note is looking good for Shadow, as they managed to stifle the Torment attack and also get a few of their own. 0 seconds left. Shadow will be taking game 1 and moving forward with advantage here in this playoff series. Well, definitely with a big advantage to them. A lot of people initially would have thought with this lineup that Shadow was fielding that Torment would have a really big opportunity here to get a bracket reset at least, but to no avail. 3 goals down in game 1, and they couldn't muster up a response. Now we'll see if they can do it in game 2. JT pushing forward, trying to get Torment quickly on the attack as they sustain a pressure here. Rondon with speed will try to put a shot on, but a good save by Milne. Now Note pushing forward. He'll grab some boost, look to make a play here, but it's a long clear from JT. Hit from Pigeon all the way to the back wall, and Rondon will get another touch into the corner. They look to be rotating around, but a double commit from Pigeon, and Note could be killing the attack now for Shadow as Slays does have control. Hitting it over Milne, going for an air dribble. Oh, and it's a big stuff too. He tries to bump another man. This one-man army still just couldn't capitalize.
They needed 2 defenders to keep that ball out of the net. That's how good this Slays guy is.
Talking about power and precision as well, positioning his car perfectly in that direction. Absolutely bringing the ball to a standstill, forcing another player to come in, like you said, and yet still he had the wherewithal to recover and go for another bump to try to give his team more space. It's unfortunate it couldn't work out. That would have been an amazing solo play. But still, Torment looking a little bit better here. Rondon clearing over to the corner. Note with a quick interception. Still be Rondon's attempt, but Milne this time putting a quick shot to the left, trying to roll it in now. JT floundering in front of net. He's saved out by his teammates, and Slaves will try to push forward before he is demoed, though. JT putting a shot wide, an open chance. Rondon, boom, puts it away. They're up by 1.
This is exactly what I was talking about. With Torment being that's so capable of putting all those shots in, and when his game is equal and 0-0, they're feeling way more confident, and they just keep that pressure going and keep on floundering balls on net, making it so hard. And yeah, just really well done.
Big showing from Torment in game 2. They're looking to keep it going. JT gets a demo on Milne to relieve some pressure, and Slays gets another optimal touch. Rondon rotating around this time. Will make a pass mid. Nobody there to follow up, but JT with some time. A good hit from Pigeon on the ground. It was a little bit unexpected. They'll have to rotate back around to prepare for this. But Rondon, quick to put his team back on the attack, might have Slays in an opportune moment. They miss, and Milne will launch it towards net. JT with a save this time, but Milne, another stuff back from JT. What an effort from him. Z keeps his team out of danger. Slays a good challenge midfield as well, and JT will put it back towards Shadow's side, giving them a bit of an opportunity to regroup and get back on the attack. Note now back in Torment's corner. Slays with another launch forward. Again, it's really been a lot of Torment so far. Shadow has briefly broken out and gotten forward. Big chance there from them, but again, no real chances have managed to go in the net. It seems like Torment are settling into a good rotation in which they, maintain possession and just fire away.
They do need to watch out though for those rotational mistakes that we almost seen get the better of them. But still though, with JT being such a solid defensive guy and also on the attacking side, they're still good to go now. But they need to watch out from those quick counterattacks from Shadow.
Yeah, oh, Note putting it in just over JT. We were talking about his defensive prowess, but unfortunately that miss there will be critical as Torment is again tied up in this game.
You saw there, I don't know who it was, one player popping it up and then the other guy coming in for the shot. And that's a really good strategy by Shadow, because it's so hard. As a goalkeeper, you expect one player to make the play. But when two guys kind of fuse into one player, oh, Milnet with a shot! Yeah, I was talking about it's so hard to save, and now JT does his best to make a save. But Milne's so quick on the attack, intercepts that before anybody else can hit that. For the solid 2-1.
Bit out of sorts here. Torment, despite thinking that they've been in the driver's seat in terms of possession, have given up now 2 quick goals. Shadow back with confidence. We might see some speed from them here as a hit from Slays, a miss from Note as well will reveal a midfield chance. Slays popping it towards Shadow's side. Pigeon will have to save. A stuff back from JT and a beautiful bump by Slays. JT equalizing the game.
Good team effort there by JT. And also Fate Slays keeping that goalkeeper busy and making sure JT gets that open net, and they make it an equal game.
Yeah, I call it a bump, but it really just was keeping pressure on Milne and making him think he was going to get bumped, which effectively did the exact same thing. Milk jump bag in net and, just wasn't in a position to make the save. JT again, a big goal from him. They're up by 1 now on a beautiful redirect down.
This momentum shift is insane. One time it's just Shadow attacking all the time, and then it's just Torment taking over now, and again they're in the lead.
And I was really excited to see those solo plays from Slays. He's looked good so far, but really the player that has emerged on Torment is still JT again. 2 goals, 4 saves, 1 assist. He's been involved all across the board and really been working out for his team. 2 hits, though. They're still bumping into each other. Big mistakes from Torment. Shadow with stable possession in front of net. Pigeon looking to make a pass mid. JT this time with a reliable clear to preserve that 1-goal lead. It looked dicey for them there, but they managed to come out alive. Pass mid now. Note trying to get another touch forward, and Pigeon could be in on net, but he can't get a touch on the ball. Clear from Slays. Note sending it back into play. Pigeon looking to make a redirect pass mid, but they can't make anything of it. 30 seconds left. And all Torment really needs to do is buy time, as it seems Shadow just doesn't have him in it to push back. These counterattacks, though, could be critical. A miss from Rondon. Milne putting it again off the back wall, but Rondon gets back in time for the clear. 20 seconds left, entrenched in their own side. Torment is hanging on for dear life right now, as it's Shadow now in this last minute.
Yeah, they are definitely trying to get some team plays going. And Torment is really feeling that because they're putting up the pressure and not giving his game away very easily. But that ball is looking like it's going to drop down, and it will Torment take the game.
Yeah, I think, honestly, when we talk about that previous Pro League final, again, there was kind of an understanding that Zero was the top dog team, Anonymous was the underdog, and they still managed to put on a great show here on the grand final stage. But what's more is that there's not a lot separating Shadow and Torment as Fate Slays puts one in real quick off kickoff, 12 seconds into the game.
A very classic cutting there by JD, spotting that open net. And no, just couldn't get back in time. Fate wills and Fate Slays, the striker of his team, putting that one in.
Yes, I was mid of what I was saying. There's really not a lot dividing these two teams apart from each other, except if we're talking about the roster changes that have recently happened to Shadow. And again, we've seen that they've still been able to take on these top teams in the playoffs despite losing X. And now, with the loss of Lifesway for this series, it's still looking pretty decent for Shadow. But Torment has good responses within them as JT looks to make a hit back into the corner. trying to rotate around for his team. We'll have to be careful as Mills trying to make a shot down and open a chance. Note will put it away. That's an equalizer.
Yeah, just really solid balls there by Pigeon over to Milne, who decides very wisely not to put that straight in, because Pigeon would have had to clear, or not Pigeon, but I forgot who it was. I think it was Rondon, and just putting that to the backboard so his teammate can get an easy shot in.
Yeah, and the thing is, with a team like Torment that's so capable on offense and defense, it's already a marvel that Shadow is figuring out straight off the bat how to combat Torment. It has yielded them one game in this series, and they're still tied up, but they've looked good. They've looked really good, and I think there were a lot of worries about how Shadow would handle this Torment attack and defense. They're doing well to manage it so far. A demo midfield on note that will relieve pressure as Rondon gets his man. Shadow still back on the attack, and a pass mid. Milne could have had a backwards touch there, but he chooses to rotate around. Now Note with a pass mid. Rondon getting the save this time, and JT will look to follow it in the air. Save from Pigeon now as he hits it wide. Another contest from him, but Rondon will get a pass mid. Slays a bit of a backflip, will miss that ball in the air, and now will be all the way back over to Torment's side. If not for a long clear from JT, who's trying to find his team back on the attack. Another hit from him, but he can't put it in. Mill now pushing forward. A good contest from Slays midfield. They're back on the rotation. Slays with a shot chance, leaving it. JT putting a shot as well. It's a double commit, but JT does get demoed in the end. Still tie game. Torment looking to generate some attack going in for now. Shadow seems to just have settled with the counter-attack plays. But we're at even keel right now. There's really nothing, again, dividing these teams.
Torment, for me, to be totally honest, in the beginning of the season, didn't look like a really threatening team to me, and not that dangerous. But now I feel like they've gone through such a big evolution, and they just started finding each other, and all their striking capabilities just came to place. And now they're definitely a top tier, and I almost can't believe what I thought in the beginning of the season.
Yeah, and I mean, Pigeon putting a shot on net. They're up by one, and it was a blistering shot to the top, unsavable by Rondon.
Ooh. The quick pop-up does it.
But yeah, as you were saying about Torment, I mean, despite now being down in this game 3, it's really quite a joy to watch their team plays. When we talk about the different skill levels we see throughout, or the skill types we see throughout the league, you're used to seeing either solo plays or team plays. And the teams that have the solo plays, they show up quite a bit. But Torment is just one of those teams that seem to ground themselves in that triangle passing play, the type of plays that break down defenses and really work the ball into the net off of easy, simple passes to each other. They've really made use of it so far, but still down by 1 with 1:44 left in this match. They've got a little bit of a task ahead of them here. Rondon with a pass mid. JT with speed, trying to get a good challenge on Pigeon. Note will get the clear this time, and Slays will work his way up the wall. Popped mid. Rondon with another touch. And he'll try to pass it mid again. Speed from Slays on the rotation. Gets a double touch, but it might not be optimal as now JT has to rotate around. Pigeon with a clear forward for Shadow. Slays midfield. Another hit by Note. A good read from him, and Pigeon will try to make a pass mid. Trying to find Milne as well. A beautiful save by JT to keep his team alive. But they're still down by 1, and that's not the kind of play you need happening, as they're giving up possibly another possession to Shadow. Milne with a good read, contested by JT. Pigeon with a miss. Slays pushing forward for Torment, but Milne with another good read has an optimal clear. Oh, but he'll have to be careful. Rondon's shot is saved both by Milne and Pigeon. They're still on the attack this time. Good rotations. JT putting a shot on. Note with a save into the corner, utilizing the post. And now will be Pigeon pressing forward, and he's stuffed back by Slays. Speed from Torment. They're really fired up at the moment, but still nothing has come of it yet. Bumps from Slays in the net. And it'll be a save by Note. JT with a long rotation, looking to make a connection with his teammates. And Rondon will hit it up to the ceiling. Oh my goodness, Rondon, what a play!
He just comes down from the sky and forces that one through. Right as I was about to say, like, when are they finally gonna get this goal? Because they're definitely upping the pace and really going to and trying to get some pressure going and to make it difficult. And yeah, they finally managed to equalize that with a beautiful shot by Rondon. As now we see great pass over to JT. Ooh. And what a goal! What is this Torment team? They are so capable. They are so aware of each other. What a beautiful team.
Turning it on like a switch. It just seems like momentum entirely shifted to Torment there. And it was a beautiful playoff kickoff. Really very hard to predict that kind of thing as the entire team scrambles back, but good on Torment for capitalizing on the situation. They're up by 1. Could be looking to tie up the series if that ball just drops down, but it's still a 0-second chance for Shadow. Milne, though, with the miss, and it drops down. Torment taking. Get ready to find out. Milne taking on JT. It's a good win by him as well, as Rondon was just not in a good position. Pigeon off kickoff. Shadow is up.
You need to be aware straight off the bat with teams like this, especially a Pigeon always being really fast, and on the other side, Shadow has to be aware as well. But yeah, those quick goals are very apparent in his finals.
Well, Shadow looking to turn it on early, coming out with a goal here. But again, they do have a lot to overcome, as it seems that Torment is really settling with these close chances and a lot of pressure on net, giving Shadow a few counterattacks and trying to say, you know what, we can take on what you've got. We'll just beat you out with possession and essentially smother the Shadow Flame. But still some light for Shadow. They're up by 1. Could be looking to tie up this game 4. It's a long road ahead. 4 minutes, 30 seconds left. As it's a long clear forward all the way over to Shadow's side. Bit of a miss hit by Pigeon, but he still finds his teammate midfield. And now Milne will take over, popping it over Slays, but not over JT. And JT another stuff back. Pigeon going up the wall midfield. Gets a pass mid, but Slays with a good read will put a shot on. A save by Milne. Milne will have to scramble back around again. He misses. Pigeon with a close dribble. And Note this time with the clear. But again, Torment with minimal effort of just keeping the ball in play. And they are looking absolutely excellent, confining Shadow to their corner and keeping them in the half. Shadow attack, though, forming. Milne demoed. And Note will try to get it mid once more. No follow-up from Pigeon. And they'll clear it long towards net. Milne getting another save award, as he has been called upon a few times now off of being demoed or just finding himself on the last man rotation. Rondon getting it mid once more. Milne this time pushing forward for Shadow, and Note will make a pass mid, but Pigeon is not following it very closely, and he'll get contested by JT, who gets it forward. Milne to contest midfield. Rondon, a poor hit, but Slays is there to clean up. And Note will again try to receive it. Looking to get something going. Pigeon off the back wall. Milne with a low shot, but it's just wide. And Rondon will take over. Nothing yet from either team, but we've seen more from Shadow now in the last minute or so than I think we really saw a lot of last game entirely.
Yeah, both teams really trying to get that attack going, and this really shows how close the skill gap is in this Elite League. Because it's just the small mistakes that will do it this game.
And I think both teams are doing a good job of at least keeping the defensive mistakes low. But still, a few mistakes offense are also killing their possessions and turning it over pretty quickly. We've seen a lot of exchanges of possession. Close shot by Milne, or Note, it's saved by Slays. And it will be back over into Shadow's end as Pigeon goes off the back wall, but misses. Milne with a reliable save, though. Hitting it and demoing Slays before he himself also gets demoed. Rondon now will send it forward. Contest by Milne again. JT putting a shot on, but it's a close save as Note just barely reaches it with the edge of his car. Still up by 1, preserving that goal lead. 2 minutes left, and Pigeon might be looking to get another here. Pigeon has done it!
Out of nowhere with insane redirect. The good pass by Milne, he comes up so fast. Just popping that over, and JT and Rondon, nothing they can do about that. What a shot by Pigeon.
This is a big response by Shadow, game 4. And I think they'll look to continue it here as more and more they just start laying on pressure. It seems Torment is really struggling to regroup and return to the consistency they had in game 3. Milne now with possession midfield, contested by Rondon, and they'll again have to rotate back as it's a favorable 50 for Shadow. Slays on his back wall. clearing it out to JT. JT pushing forward now, but he's contested by Milne, who gets a good touch as well. Slays rotating around to try to get it in front of net and flick it over a few people, but he cannot. It will be Pigeon's ball for Shadow as he pushes forward to buy more time. JT now contested by Note. It's still in Shadow's side. Torment with plenty of opportunity. They have a minute left. But Shadow just looks too good in this game 4 to really be overtaken.
Yeah, they are looking so solid. Finally being a little bit quicker on the ball and not giving Torment any time to make some kind of play happening. It's really what I like to see. I was talking with the Falcon actually earlier about Pigeon needing a nerf, and it's sometimes it's true, man. This guy is such a god.
Yeah, I mean, we talk about the individuality of each player. There are distinct personalities on this team, and just off looks, it really seems like Milne is the player being the backbone for Shadow. But at the same time, you've got some good rotations from Note and Pigeon. Pigeon coming in, of course, a variety of chances, coming in clutch with that redirect for his team. And then again, really trusting Milne and Note to carry up the defense as they do so very well. 15 seconds left. Pigeon with another shot. It's just off the back wall. And Note will try to put it in again. Still off the back wall. Still not out of danger. But this time it's back over. 7 seconds left. And Torment need a goal now, but it does not happen. And that will be the end of Game 4. Shadow tying up the series, and it's 2-2. Different conditions, it could be easily said the person to win this next matchup will have momentum going through. But honestly, I mean, there's no clear winner. Even if whoever goes up here has advantage, if it's Shadows that wins Game 5, there's almost a guaranteed chance that Torment will turn up the heat and try to come back here. And it's same vice versa as well. There's nothing really dividing these two teams. Game 5, though, underway. JT tries to make a passing play connection to Slays. Back to JT! JT, a beautiful pass in.
There are such a team that brings so much pleasure to the eye when looking at those beautiful team plays. JT and Slays again. 100 kilometers an hour. Beautiful play and another early goal.
And just what I'm saying, Torment is eye candy for passing plays. I mean, it's just wonderful. And they really don't ever try to do too much as a team. They do exactly what's required. They pierce through these defensive efforts here, absolutely bamboozling some teams with their passing plays. Rondon again intercepting at midfield. Note will be up with speed, but it's a touch by JT. Milne now looking to get it around one defender, but he can't. Pigeon into the corner this time. Can't get another touch, and Rondon will miss. JT, though, finding Rondon again. A beautiful pass, and it will be in again. What in the world?
Does this ever stop? How do you even defend that? They just go so quick from one side to the other side. Bam, it's the goal. There you got it.
We are seeing Torment at its best coming out of here, and in an unfortunate Game 4 loss, they really are trying to respond. Slays getting it forward off kickoff. He's taken out immediately by Milne. But JT looking to get some bumps. He's again sent wide by Milne, but it'll be Rondon's ball. Now to Note, pushing forward for Shadow. Note again, another miss from him, and JT will have the clear. Rondon following it on the wall with speed, but Pigeon will have the touch, trying to get it past mid. Nothing yet for Shadow. They're still definitely in Torment's area, and they've looked good, but Torment has just looked so much better, and thoroughly deserved goals by them have not been overcome yet, and there has so far been no response from Shadow. Honestly, what do you think? They need to come back into this game.
To come back in this game, well, yeah, as I said, things like that will definitely help. I think they just need to get that boost start going that they're getting going earlier, and just they can't let those plays happen, man. They need to get possession, because if Torment has possession, they're an unbelievable team.
3 minutes left, down by 2. Shadow's getting a little more physical here as Note rotates back around for a long clear, and there will be no follow from Torment. Note's going to have possession for just a bit, gets it around Slays, but it's a long clear from Rondon. Ball midfield again intercepted by Rondon as Note will be taking his time. A quick contest. He's got to pop over Slays, but JT with good spacing will again keep it at bay. Now Rondon forward for Torment. JT with an open net. That's his second of the match.
it's just goals here and there now. As you see the spinning run on there with just an easy dunk, and JT sees a dunk and is immediately there to capitalize. I think, yeah, what really these teams are showing that all the players have a certain quality. And like when they are behind, they just keep on going. Like you have a lot of teams that when they lose a game and they lose another game, they start their morale goes down and they don't play anymore. But as you see Shadow here, they just keep on going even when they know that Torment is looking so dominant now.
Yeah, I think Torment really caught him out of sorts in that third goal. It was two beautiful team plays to get the ball in twice. But yes, Shadow looking poised to try to come back into this game. They've got 2 minutes left. A leave for Note as Note rolls it towards net. It'll be a save from Rondon, though. And the ball's sent all the way back over to Shadow's side. Pigeon this time with the save. Wasting some time here. They're going to need to go quickly if they want to try to galvanize their attack. Pigeon, a touch up to the ceiling. A quick fall from Milne. And he'll try to follow it again through the air, but he misses. Slays receiving the ball in his corner. Rondon, another touch. And it'll be stuffed back by JT. Torment's back on the attack this time, and they're looking to make a pass mid. JT! Oh, almost putting it in. Rondon with the demo, leave an open chance, but JT just put it wide. Rondon again sending it forward. Go ahead, Deadmeat.
Yeah, with 1 minute on the clock, they will need to come out with a wonder here to get something going. They're doing good, though, keeping up the pressure, but yeah, I think they'll be looking at the last game here.
Yeah, I definitely think so. Match point incoming for Torment. And they've done marvelously in this game 5. If they can clean up game 6, we'll be looking at a bracket reset. So they're still not out of danger yet. And Shadow, you know, has all the time in the world to really try this again in another best of 7. But still, they're also not out of this series. Might be out of this game, but if they can win the next 2 matches, that'll be the championship for them. You see Pigeon pushing forward. Immediate stuff back by JT. Really mounting strength. Now this final shot there from Rondon goes in, and that's his second of the match.
They are making it look so easy. Just yeah, connecting with each other and Rondon. We've seen plenty of goals like this where just with the bounce shot and places it perfectly underneath the crossbar. They're a pleasure to watch.
And this is just building momentum at this point. You know, they know that they have this game 5 secured. They really just need to make sure they tighten up on all their issues and try to suffocate out Shadow in this game 6 if they do have a chance. JT now looking to get it forward. Maybe looking for a passing play as it develops here. Rondon taking his time, trying to fake out Note, but it will slow down to the ground and Torment will take game 5. That's the 7 and allow a bracket reset. We've seen it before, even at the world stages, the ERLS, this kind of stuff has definitely happened, and you can imagine the pressure on these teams. Game 6, though, a lot to be decided here. Rondon and Slays, a bit of a double commit, but JT will find possession for Torment. And he gets a nice dribble on the ball, smoothly catching it off the wall. And Pigeon really being called upon here. Slays putting it in towards net again, but he can't manage to make it in. Rondon off the back wall, another good contest by Milne. But again, it's all Torment here in the opening minute. They've been a real good job so far as JT rotates back around to try to get possession and put them back on the attack. Note now with a contest through the air. There's a good hit by Milne as well, but Rondon with a smooth rotation will send it back into Shadow's side. Rondon another pass mid, a save by Milne. Milne will clear it forward. Back over in Torment's side, a bit of a mishit from Rondon. He'll have to clear it across his net, and double demos. Could be an open net. They do find it. Note working his way through.
I don't know, did he kind of fake that defender or how he did it, but that first cut was really nice. And then, yeah, JT expecting a quick shot, but Note just taking his time and making that the first goal 1 minute into this game.
I mean, we talk about demos being, what, about a second and a half long before you respawn. It's like putting you in timeout with all the pressure on you, thinking I've got to respawn as fast as possible and get in front of net because I have no idea what's about to happen. JT just had to make a split-second decision off spawn. Couldn't get there in time. Looked like a fake, but it was really the best he could do. JT, though, bringing his team back in it. That's an equalizer shot off a beautiful pass.
what I'm noticing here is for the Torment's rotation, they always leave 2 players in defense and 1 player up that is always ready to get that redirect going or to get that pass going, and it's working so good. And they couldn't do this with a stop or something because every player needs to be involved. As Milne here puts in one for Shadow finally coming back.
Quick fire here. Milne off kickoff. That's probably the second goal this entire series we've seen, but a very important case to have it, as again, Shadow gets back up in the lead. 3 minutes, 41 seconds left in this match. JT now trying to receive possession off kickoff, and it'll still be Torment's ball as Slays plays the slow game. Flicking it over one-on-one chance. Milne can't make the save. Slays again with an equalizer.
That is our Batmobile player. Oh, what a guy, this Slays. He's so good at making those flicks and just without with a small amount of boost, getting the past 1 defender, 2 defenders, 3 defenders, he doesn't care.
Well, again, entirely unclear who's going to be coming out on top, even in this game 6. But JT!
Again! You see him just waiting there exactly for the pass for Van Vrede to come and how can you be ready for this? How?
Heads up plays from Torment. They've got the lead. This is the 3rd change of possession this match. And I mean, I got to hand it to Torment. The team plays are coming in clutch. Shadow doesn't exactly have that going for them. They've made do with what they are, they are playing. But Torment, again, looking to get in the driver's seat of this match and just take over from here. Match point for this bracket reset. Pigeon going up with a miss. JT, Pigeon somehow finding his way in front of that ball, and it could have been a hat trick for JT. Note now sending it towards net. Milne trying to redirect it as well, but it's wide. And now Pigeon up to the corner. Another touch from him. Doesn't work out. Quick interception by Milne midfield, but it'll still be JT. Milne with an open net chance. JT, a beautiful last-ditch save. Still not under pressure yet. Rondon finally with a clear for Torment. And it's back around into Shadow's end. Now Note getting stuffed back. Pigeon, a long clear forward, and he's back on the attack. He'll seek to keep it going if he can make a pass, but JT, reliable as ever, gets the clear. And he now has possession for Torment. Good pinch from him as well. Slays sending it up to the back wall. Rondon trying to make a pass mid, but Milne with a good read will send it forward for Shadow. 2 minutes left in this match. Shadow seems to be turning it up a bit, but it's really not enough to get past the last man on Torment's defense. And I think they need to step it up just a little bit more if they really want to start engaging that back line and making some clear chances on net.
Yeah, Torment just has a synergy that it just can't train or can't create. It's just there. And for some players it works, and for some players it doesn't. You can train it and make it a little better, but they're such a nice team to watch, and they just have it in them.
Yeah, and honestly, a lot of that offense and even defense is funneled through JT. Beautiful performances from Rondon and Slays as well, but JT is like the trip switch for the team. As soon as he's activated, there's something that's galvanized, and he gets his team going forward on defense and also clinically finishes a lot of the opportunities. Slays now making a pass down in front of net, and Pigeon will be awarded the save. Note called upon this time, a miss, and Milne with minimal boost will have to be careful. Pressured quickly by Rondon. He's demoed, and Slays will try to get a pass off the back wall. Another hit mid, just barely wide, and Milne off spawn will clear it to the corner. Another long hit from Pigeon. Rondon on the back rotation. Slays off the wall, passing it down to JT. Another possible chance, but they can't make it work this time. Still up by a goal, 50 seconds left, and there's the second for Rondon. Oh, first, I should say.
Yeah, well, you see that a double commit by Shadow is so unfortunate. Doing good all series, but now post. But I because like you see they're finally getting through like the rotations that that Torment is making, and they're trying to solve them. With being way faster on the ball and upping their pace.
Well, bracket reset incoming, I believe. JT looking for his hat trick, and Rondon can't manage to finish the double touch pass. But still up by 2, 22 seconds left. Really seems like that was the dagger at the 42-second mark. as Torment has taken over here, making a pass to Rondon. Rondon off the back wall, still JT, and that is his hat trick. What a beautiful play.
No words. No words.
We're looking at a bracket
It's
reset,
like
ladies and gentlemen. That
written in
is
the
for
book.
sure.
Perfectly. 10 minutes on the clock. Can the impossible happen?
I don't know. I mean, I don't think we've ever seen anything like this before, but clearly not, as now we have a 0-second ball underway. Milne again probably taking on JT off kickoff as they have before. Oh, but this time it's Rondon moving forward, and he gets a good hit towards net. Pigeon getting stuffed back again by Rondon. But I forgot the one important thing to note is that Liceway is coming in for Shadow. He has replaced Note, and he'll be taken over as their sub. Shadow looking even better now as Liceway moves forward. JT, again, clearing it to his back wall, but Milne straight off the ceiling gets a touch. Now Rondon a boomer towards Shadow's side, and he'll still stay on the ball as he looks to make a pass mid. Liceway a good read, and he moves forward into the corner. Slays with a pass mid. Rondon looking to redirect it. It's just off the back wall, and Slays will be up for a pass down again. But nothing for Torment yet. Shadow just hanging on, and now Milne will have possession as he moves forward. Cleared out by JT and sent back down by Rondon to Slays. Slays underneath an oncoming Lice. Milne now pushing forward into the corner, contested by JT. Possible open at chance. Pigeon finding it with absolutely no one back from Torment.
This is where it's all been leading up to. The final series of the season, and Pigeon will take the first goal in it. What a quick aerial.
Seemed like
the winner of this team will be crowned victory. Will be crowned, the winner.
Champions of this entire thing, yes.
Series.
And definitely it seems like Shadow is making a big claim here coming out. The super sub in Liceway. Already impactful on defense. And a strange play from Torment to just randomly find the back of the net, or leave the back of the net wide open, as it was an unfortunate rotation around. Slays took his time trying to demo a man and just left the open net. 3 minutes, 30 seconds left. JT now with possession forward for Torment, and he pushes forward. Contested by Liceway, though, and it'll be a big hit from Pigeon up to the back wall. Not hit by Slays. Cut out by Liceway as well. Milne going in for the dagger, but he can't make a touch. Now Fate Slays off the back wall into the corner by Rondon. Another pass mid. Liceway getting a touch into the midfield. Still JT's ball. Trying to hit it around an oncoming Milne, but it does not work out. Liceway past Slays. Rondon's going to have to be careful getting back on rotation. Lice another pass mid. A miss hit by Rondon. Slays is just there in time to make the save. And now JT will push forward, finding Slays, but a good cutout by Milne. Pigeon up with speed. Shots on, and Liceway makes the save. Slays back in play for Torment as well. Looking better so far. They've really started building their attack, but again, it's Shadow coming out here. They've looked to handle Torment's attacks quite well. Milne with speed, hitting it up to the corner. A miss from Liceway, and it could be an open at chance, but Rondon can't work it past two defenders. Liceway with a save, and he'll clear it out midfield. Again, hit over by Pigeon. Takes over Slays, and Milne will try to send it down back towards Torment's goal. JT now with possession, trying to find Rondon. Slowly lets his car drop to the ground, and he gets a touch. It'll be Shadow's ball this time again. 2 minutes left in this matchup. And a lot of pressure as Liceway puts a shot on, a save by JT. Milne now turning back around to get another touch.
Such an action-packed game, man. I think with Liceway coming in, you see immediately the change of pace and yeah, it's changed dramatically now. Shadow is now way more into this game and making it way more difficult for Torment now, as they get some nice rotations going and some nice attacks going themselves.
Yeah, and really, almost finding an open net there. JT's shot does not go in. It's saved by Milne. But really, what's more to consider is the chemistry that has already been developed between Liceway and the rest of his teammates is good enough, as they've been working through the playoffs, taking on these other teams with this same lineup. But more so is probably the effect to the morale as well. A total reset, a chance to think again on how they're going to approach this, and a whole new dynamic on the team does wonders for a team's momentum. No, Rondon, though, making an equalizer off of a poor play from Pigeon, who misses the ball in the corner.
Yeah, beautiful block there by Fate Slays. You see first running, popping it up for Fate to follow it up. He can't get it back in time to reach for the goal, but he can still make a good pass going back to Ronan, and he will make that an equal game.
Keep in mind, yet again, this is another best of 7. And it's a tie game with a minute left in game 1. We have a long road ahead of us here. For the team to come out with a win in game 1 will have a lot of momentum going into the rest of the series. Of course, that's looking to be Torment as they push forward on offense. Slays now on rotation, will have control again. Hits it around Pigeon and sends it back towards Milne, who does get the clear into the corner. But it's still Slays' possession. He tries to make a pass mid, and now JT's going to have to rotate around for the wide hit. Once over Pigeon, he's still got possession. Trying to make a pass mid to Slays. Slays is waiting for it, but it's a bit too high of a pop, and Slays can't make a connection. 30 seconds left in game 1. Rondon again pushing forward for Torment. They look stronger and stronger throughout the course of this game as they have adapted to Shadow's apparent new playstyle with Liceway back in the lineup. But still, Pigeon pushing forward for Shadow. 12 seconds left. Liceway, another hit forward, trying to find Pigeon, but he cannot. And it'll be Milne with another opportunity. Pigeon off the back wall, passing it down. No follow-up, and Rondon will try to intercept at midfield. Slays possession this time, and it will be a save from Liceway. 0-second chance. Looking at a game 1 overtime, and the ball will drop down.
A very equal game is what we've seen so far. No team really coming out on top and finding that working attacking strategy yet. So no idea who will take the victory.
Milne, though, trying to make some fancy plays happen off the ceiling. Nothing comes of it yet, but it's a big pinch into the midfield. JT will try to make another clear. A hit, Pigeon running into Liceway. That could be some problems for the Shadow rotation as now Milne finds himself back on defense. A beautiful clear, though, reaching up to the back wall and getting a nice pinch as the ball collides. Still Torment's ball, 25 seconds into this overtime. Liceway is sending it forward, intercepted by JT midfield, and he'll still go for another challenge. It's stuck around Milne and JT, and Rondon works his way through. Slays with another contest just above Shadow's net. But Liceway with a miss. JT looking to galvanize the attack. Milne this time with a clear. It'll be still stuck midfield as Torment recovers once more and sends it back into Shadow's side. They've been really looking good so far and keeping them under pressure as it could be an open net. It is. Slays with an overtime goal. They take game 1.
The pressure just got real with Milne making such good clears all this entire series and the previous series.
Good kickoff, though, for Torment as JT lobs it towards the back wall. And again, another stuff back by Rondon. Slays trying to rotate around, but no players moving forward with assurance here, and they'll hesitate. Slays looking to make another pass mid. Pigeon a good read, but it's still sent mid to JT. Pigeon again off the wall. A miss from him. He's kind of delaying a little bit, and it will be another Torment attack. As now Rondon gets an excellent 50. Wow, what a pass.
Yeah, talk about a perfect 50-50. Again, 2 players just gone, and that ball just bounces in front of the net, and JT is like, okay, I'll take this.
Really using that soft side of his car, too. He just casually reaches up, reads the play, gets a soft touch, and JT's patiently waiting down at the bottom. I love what I'm seeing when Torment is going full blast. And that's what they aim to do here. They're up by a goal in game 2. They already have game 1 under the belt. And I think, again, they might be looking to build off of their bracket reset here and be unswayed by the roster changes on Shadow. Rondon with a pass mid. Speed from Liceway. He does get a clear, but a good read from Slays midfield will keep it in play. Poor hit from Pigeon. It's still Slays' ball as he passes mid to JT. JT looking to make a dribble happen, but he's contested quickly by Milne. Now will be Liceway into Torment's half. Big clear from Torment at that, but Pigeon, another pass mid, tries to contest JT as well. Speed from Slays to knock it wide. And he'll still get another touch as it goes towards the back wall. Now Pigeon trying to make a pass mid. Air dribbling it up. Taking his time here, but a good contest from Slays keeps that out of danger. Ball midfield, and JT gets the better of a challenge. Nothing yet from Shadow. It seems like, again, they are just really struggling to break through the solid defense of Torment.
Yeah, we see Pigeon on the side, really trying to get those goals going that that Torment was making earlier with Fate Slays making those assists. And now they're adapting very well to those plays, making some of the plays, team plays themselves.
You notice they're always looking, Rondon and Slays in particular. Oh my goodness, a huge demo. Pigeon equalizes.
The teamwork there by Milne and by Pigeon to make this goal happen, Rondon on his own. And yeah, they just make it impossible for him to save with the demo and the shot. Perfectly done.
Just smothering him as well, noticing Rondon's the last man back. The speed from Pigeon to get up there and contest that man. Physical play coming in for Shadow, as they have found their way through Torment and they've tied up this game. Slays now trying to just 50 it with Lysway and gets an optimal hit. Milne sending it back over to Torment's side. Slays up the wall for a longer clear. Finding JT once more. They always look to make that pass mid, and JT is always just ready to receive it. It's really working out for Torment. Rondon getting it clear to the back wall before getting demo, but a response from Slays, getting some revenge. And he'll try to make it a pass mid to JT as well. Nothing works out for them. Now Pigeon forward for Shadow, putting a quick shot on as Milne tries to rotate around and get some bumps. Lysway, a roving clear in the air. And Pigeon looking for another redirect. It's back over in Torment's side. Lysway off the back wall. Milne, a save from JT. They're keeping themselves alive. No one breaking ahead yet. Still a tie game. 2 minutes left.
So much offensive pressure by both teams here. Man, this is the finals I've been looking for all day. Some beautiful performances by each and every single player playing here tonight.
And this is just game 2. Minute 40 left in this at that matter. Nothing between these teams. Just a 1-goal lead in the previous game, and still we have a tie game here in game 2. But almost a big chance. Milne called upon again. He's floundering a bit. Gonna take possession and try to dribble it out of the net before he's demoed. Now Pigeon can't get a 50 on JT. Lysway is gonna try to send it forward again, but it once more stops at the first man forward for Torment. Slays now hitting it into the corner. JT up with speed, gets it over an oncoming Pigeon, and Slays will try to put a shot on. It's just wide, but I can't even say words. Lysway is there to reach it. Minute left. Still in Shadow's side. JT trying to put it down. Pigeon with the clear. It'll be sent back into Torment's side. Slays this time with possession. Getting it across his own net, but they're not out of danger. A big save from JT. Shadow's turning on the heat now, and they're moving forward with speed. But a beautiful pass, Rondon to Slays. Already forming for Torment, so quick to get back on the attack. And Rondon with another good 50 as well. 30 seconds left. Pigeon making a dribble play, contested by JT, and it's a beautiful challenge. Rondon all too quick to keep it going for Torment. Not out of sight yet. Shadow built an open net. Slays finds his way through. 17 seconds left, and they're up by another goal.
And again, somehow, they still find that hole in the defense. That was looking so solid by Shadow. I was so impressed by them. Have they managed to come back from this in this series? If you take this last series in consideration, they're just getting scored over all over the place, and now they came back so strongly and played so good. And still now, as we see again, Rondon with another shot in, assisted by Slays. What a team! They still do it. How do they do it?
Torment working as a team, and that's honestly exactly how they are doing it. Finding these passing plays, the narrow margins, using the space given to them by Shadow, and making something happen that is entirely unpredictable. Shadow just is expecting a quick shot, able to make the appropriate save, and so far it's worked out for them in most cases, but when Torment breaks through into that higher level of play, they manage to win games like they've done here, up 2-0 in the series.
Oh man, all the best to Milne's dad. And hopefully the best for Milne as well in this series.
I always do appreciate the personality from players and hearing about them. We really do love you guys so much. You guys are a wonderful community for us, and we like supporting you as much as you guys support us. So it's been very good in this entirety of ERLS Season 2, as we now have Shadow trying to make their claim. They are down by 2, and Torment seem to have emerged here as the powerful force. But still, Shadow not out of it. Milne making a hit, a redirect forwards. Slays with good possession here. But he's stuffed back by Lysway. JT now getting it forward. Rondon finding a pass mid as well. It would be nothing yet, though, as an interception midfield. Milne takes it forward, getting a shot awarded to him. And Slays will try to wait for this to drop down before sending it forward into the corner. Lysway now on the wall. Pushing it forward for Shadow, trying to find Pigeon. Pigeon with a shot on, a big save from Rondon. And he'll get it into the corner, safely out of harm's way, but still Shadow with possession. JT with a good contest. Again, popped in front of net. Rondon now sending it forward as well. And it'll be Lysway's ball in the corner. Lysway looking to get a doomsday dish, but he can't get a touch on it just yet. And Slays will have a clear. Rondon now contested midfield. No clarity yet for Torment. It's been Shadow really strongly here in the opening minute. And I got to say, they're looking stronger than they have before, really galvanizing their attack to go get that goal.
Yeah, their mechanical space is looking on point. Their rotations are looking on point. Their 50-50s are looking on point. They have everything in store to get a win here.
And sorry, my mic went out there for just a second. They really do. They have everything they need to start pushing forward for the win. But still, Torment, a worthy opponent, is looking to make another goal here if they can. They're on offense, but Lysway quickly on the turn of the tide will try to get a pass mid. A miss from Slays as well. He'll grab some boost and make a pass mid. No efforts from Milne. He just can't get there in time. It'll be a long clear from Torment. They're again settling into their defensive efforts. Rondon sends it forward to JT. JT finding the net. A beautiful redirect.
I mean, this is just a this is Rocket League moment. Can we hire Shogun for this, because that's the only way we can make up for this beautiful plays by Torment. Shadow though looking so solid, doing such good work. And again, out of the blue, there comes Torment again. With one of their signature plays, I guess we can call them by now.
Yeah, honestly, they move like clockwork. JT immediately taking that midfield position, waiting for that pass mid, and beautifully receiving it too. Always capable of putting a powerful shot on in exactly the spot the defenders aren't. And it's a beautiful quality to have in a player that kind of heads up play and demos from Torment as well, that it's entirely wipe out Shadow, clear them out of contention. 2 minutes left, they're up by 1. Milne getting it to Lys. Lys trying to find an open net, but he cannot. It's going to go wide, and Rondon will take possession in his end. Around 2, Rondon pushing forward for Torment. Another contest on Milne. He's up the wall, but Milne this time will have the clear. And they'll need to get on the attack quick, as the longer Torment stays in their end, the more risks there is of, again, one of the critical Torment passing plays happening. And that would just be dangerous for Shadow if they went down by 2 with 1:30 left, especially in this game 3, already down 2-0 in the series.
Shadow, they're looking confident as we see Milne going up for some risky stuff. They're way quicker as we see a shot by Pigeon Knife saved again, man. I can barely speak of them if they are already scoring. This Shadow team, they are not giving up. They will keep fighting until the last second of this series.
The heart, the effort, the defensive and offensive performances. They are not out of this yet, and Pigeon is looking to make a claim. Oh my goodness.
And there they come again. I think this is really deserved because they're playing so good, and Milne just forcing it in the top corner. How close can the goal be? And it just performed it perfectly.
A minute clutch for his team. A tied up game now. They've been in this position before, though. And Torment has really responded in the past. Will they finally break the current tide and push forward to get their first win in this series? Or will they once more succumb to Torment's team play as Rondon gets forward with the ball? Off the corner, a good clear out by Lysway, and Pigeon popping it up. Oh, I thought it got over JT, but he just barely reached up there for the ball. 35 seconds left. Pressure again for Shadow. And they'll intercept that midfield once more. Lysway taking it forward for the Orange. But a big stuff back. Rondon hitting it straight down. He can't make a touch on it. That could have been beautiful there. But still JT finding his way through. 16 seconds left, similar to game 2, and they're up by 1 once more.
And they've done it again, Torment, at the final moment. Getting back the final goal. So unfortunate for Shadow, who has been playing such a solid game now. I really hope that they can make another goal, because I really do. They think they deserve it, as Rondon almost puts an end to this game.
They've certainly won over our hearts, but still they haven't won over the game, down by a goal. One last chance, but a miss. Torment will take game 3, and they are in line to have the sweep for the championship. And we've seen players like Slays throughout the league before. They've always been in the hunt for the championship. Pigeon as well, I believe, got into playoffs last season, and so did Liceway. But really making a strong claim here. Torment has definitely earned it if they are to be the ones to take this championship. Pigeon making a pass mid, nobody there to follow up, and it will be Rondon's ball now for Torment as he lobs it up to the ceiling. Milne having to get back down as he didn't read the bounce. Liceway this time midfield, but JT with speed will intercept it again. And now Pigeon with a quick power slide, but Rondon putting a shot off the back wall. Slays again, it's slow, and Liceway will have the save. JT scrambling back for the clear, and he gets a good hit around Liceway, but Milne hitting it off the back wall. Rondon a good clear into the corner himself. Still Pigeon forward for Shadow. Now Rondon down. Liceway with a shot off the wall again, trying to get a double touch. Can't make it work. Milne with an interception midfield on a clear, but it's still Slay's ball for Torment. They'll have to be careful as yet again on the turn, Slays is looking quite eager. Liceway, though, up to try to redirect it, hits it down, a miss from Rondon, but he does get a demo on one player, and that will relieve some pressure. Slays with a touch forward. Milne just spawning in is going to have to be careful. He's last man back and now taking on Slays. A good challenge from him. Rondon getting at midfield, trying to find JT, and he does, but it's a pinch back into the midfield. Again, we've settled into equal exchanges from both teams, but an open net still saved. Nothing yet for each team. They all remain scoreless.
Shadow is needing everything they have right now just to keep this ball out of their net, and they're doing good so far with staying alive, but they will need to up their pace again, as you see them do so many times, if they will if they want to break this defense by Torment.
Again, these long clears are proving problematic for Shadow, giving them too much time. Run!
I will take this back to Season 1. Balls of Steel and Hands of Mercury. Do you remember that moment?
Oh my goodness. Look at that touch. It's a beautiful pass down from Slays as well. Rondon taking his time, reading that ball off the back wall. My goodness.
What a series. What a series.
Torment's up by a goal again. And if the pressure wasn't on Shadow before, it certainly is now. It's do or die for them. 2 minutes, 40 seconds left. And they may be giving up the championship here. Torment, an overwhelming tide that seems to just find the back of the net whatever way they can. Could be again, but a shot wide by Rondon. Now Pigeon moving forward, dribbling it over over JT, but Rondon quick to intercept and a bump! Rondon's got his second!
They're so creative in finding ways of piercing this defense. And JT just immediately sees that ball coming and goes straight for the bump, doesn't even think about it, it's just pure muscle memory. These guys are on fire.
I mean, how do you even prepare for that, really? You've got one objective as a defender, and Milne might find an open net. Liceway getting the goal, and they're on the board, still within one.
This game is not over yet. 2 minutes on the clock and only 1 goal the difference. That means nothing in Rocket League terms.
Especially with
Come
2
on,
minutes,
Shadow.
anything could happen here. It, again, will be a reverse sweep that Shadow need. Once more, this is not the last fight in this game. Overcoming this 1-goal deficit is the first step in a long, long road ahead. But good challenges from Pigeon. He keeps his team from again conceding a goal. Now Liceway will push forward, contested by JT, although Slays getting around Pigeon, and Slays will have an open net. That is in, and he arrow dribbles it for some flair.
that just shows how confident these guys are and how quick they manage to turn a defense into an offense, and with their striking capabilities, it's unstoppable. I have no idea what Shadow could do differently here. It's just unstoppable.
Down by 2 again. It's looking bleak for Shadow. Milne with an interception midfield. And he'll try to challenge it again. He gets another touch, but JT with speed will have it forward. Grabs boost. Gets it around an oncoming Pigeon, and it's just him and Lysway now. Good challenge from Lysway, though. Milne also trying to win it back. Lysway finally getting it, grabs some boost, and he'll go up to the wall. Not getting another touch for the center. JT this time, again underneath Lysway. That's been the second time in a row, and it is killing Shadow. Milne with an interception in the corner. Again contesting Slays, but a good 50 from him, and it's still in front of net. Rondon not getting a touch. A minute left. Shadow is out of time, and JT finding another one. Oh my goodness, this could be it.
Straight to those 3 defenders. Milne a little too hesitant, and yeah, Pigeon just come back in time, and JT always quick on that rotation. He breaks the rotation very quickly, spots the open net, and yeah, straight into the net.
A big deficit to overcome. Still wouldn't call it a dagger yet, but if they waste any more time not getting a goal, this really could be it, locked up just on time. 45 seconds left. Lysway pushing forward. He gets it around Rondon. Looking to make a pass mid as well. There's nobody to follow, and they're a bit too slow. That is killing his team. Milne will get a touch. Another pass mid, and a quick challenge from Pigeon again is unsuccessful. Still, they're keeping in it, but 30 seconds left, and I think we might be seeing the end of it. Torment really with a final push in the bracket reset and a sweep will be taking the championship unless we get a goal immediately. Because we have not, I would say that is it. We are looking at Torment being crowned ERLS Season 2 champions.
The final seconds here is Lysway gets in the final goal, possibly from Season 2. And what has been an amazing season. What a display.
Yeah. Excellent performance by Shadow throughout the series. It's unfortunately succumbed to the sweep here in the bracket reset. 4 seconds left, though. Oh, that would have been amazing. But that will be the end. Torment, ERLS Season 2 champions.